Please describe your job title and primary duties.
My job title was Hardlines merchandiser, specifically in the electronics department, and my primary duties were to both stock products and handle transactions in the electronics department, as well as referring potential customers to whatever area of the store that they needed to go whenever they wanted to know where something was.
What was the work environment like?
The work environment was fairly nice environment. Everyone there was nice and there for some reason or another. Most people working part-time, but there were also people who had been there for a number of years, and everyone was really nice with people coming on board and with the training process, and I did feel very welcome while I was getting into the swing of things there.
Please describe the application and interview process.
To apply for a job at Kmart, you go to jobs.kmart.com, and all of their positions are listed electronically. And so, it'll come up like as cashier or hardlines merchandiser, and those different positions will open up depending on what they're looking for at the time. Most often they are looking for cashiers, but other stuff does become available as vacancies are opened. And the interview process, after you apply, they just call you up and you can schedule an interview. They're fairly flexible, but it has to be within whenever their human resources times are. So, generally during the day. And then you go in, talk about whatever was on the application. So if you're a high school student, then like maybe your grades and previous employment and what you hope to get out of the company and what you think that you can offer for them.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
Particular questions that they ask might include just, what you think that you can bring to the company, and then if you happen to have any particular skills that they're looking for, like if you happen to speak another language other than English, then that's something that they want because, some areas happen to have high, populations of minority groups who grow up speaking another language. And so that's an important thing to have, and just the ability to communicate in general. So they want to see that you have that. And then any kind of awards or achievements that you've earned and become proud of. And for me specifically, that was my Eagle Scout Award. But for anyone else, it can, just be anything that you've done, something you've attached your heart to, and that just helps them get to know you a little bit as a person.
What set you apart from other candidates?
As far as me, my Eagle Scout Award was one thing, and then they were also just impressed with my relatively high GPA and standing in my graduating class. So doing well academically is something very important for high school students because, you don't have a ton of actual job experience yet at that point. So academics is one of the best indicators for people of that age and demographic to show them what you might be able to offer and how hardworking you might be.
How were you notified that you received the job?
I received a phone call about a week after the initial interview telling me that they had decided to hire me. So it wasn't an awfully long drawn-out wait, but it wasn't immediate either. So I knew that gave them time to, think about it, review it considerably, and that they felt confident in the choice by the time they called me.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
I would more strongly recommend it for part-time employment and a temporary thing because a lot of the people come there for, money in between jobs or before going to college. And so while there are people who have been there a long time, it's not one of the best jobs for advancement opportunities, but it's definitely something where it does pay, and it's not one of the worst experiences out there. So it's definitely doable, and I would recommend it to anyone looking for that kind of position.